Hello YouTube vinyl community, I'm Jeff Harris and welcome to the Vinyl Record Info channel. And today we're talking about colored vinyl, gimmicky vinyl, all the different million variants that are out there of certain records. It's kind of an interesting topic because I have mixed feelings on it. If it's done the right way, I don't mind it, but if it's done the wrong way, I don't. I don't know. So for example, if somebody reissues something and they have their normal run of black vinyl, and then they do a couple of low count, limited run of vinyl, of colored vinyl, right? They do some kind of cool design. Then that's fine. That's actually pretty interesting to me. I like that people do that. But what I don't like is when people do a run of 10 different variants, and then it to some collectors it makes you think you need to get them all, and I'm not that kind of collector, but I don't know, it just seems like a bit of a money grab to me. But like I said, I'm torn on it because I'm all about people who distribute records making money. It's not like I'm upset about that. It's just I don't like the predatory aspect of it. I don't know. I just don't like, you have a certain limited run of a colored variant, and then it's gone for a month, and then you bring it back and you make it limited again, and then I don't know. It just seems like you're going a step too far in the money grab to me. But yeah, let's talk about colored vinyl for a minute. So when we think colored vinyl, we think cool designs or some kind of bright colors and everything. But the fact is that your normal standard black vinyl is a colored vinyl. Basically when they produce the vinyl itself, they introduce carbon into it for a bunch of different reasons, but it turns it black. So technically, vinyl records are transparent. They're clear, right? And then you have to introduce something into them, some kind of dyes, coloring, whatever, to make them a colored vinyl. So technically, your standard black vinyl is a colored, vinyl, and they do that for a bunch of reasons. One is it's more visible, right? If you pick up a vinyl record and it's clear, it's tougher to see some physical aspects of it, if it's damaged, things like that. With black vinyl, it's much easier to see. And then also when they introduce the carbon into it, it makes it much stronger, much more durable, makes the record itself last longer. So that's why they do it, and so those are all good reasons to do it. But that's why you'll also see some audiophile companies. They'll do a clear vinyl to make it the most pure vinyl it could possibly be. Kind of untouched by any other types of chemicals or whatever. It's just clear. That way, does it make a difference in the sound quality? Not to me. It certainly doesn't to me. I'm sure there are some audiophiles out there that think they can hear a difference, and more power to you. I can't hear it, so that's why I don't collect audiophile stuff. So you guys know me. I'm a first pressing kind of guy. So here is an example. This is JPT Scareband. This is a smoker of a record. Oh man, this took me a long time to find, and then this is in great condition. But basically, this is a band that early '70s hard rock sound. If you haven't heard this, go give it a Google. You can stream it in most places. But awesome, heavy hard rock it was recorded between 1974 and 1976. This record actually didn't come out to the early 90s. I think 1992, if I remember correctly, or 94, something like that. But everything was recorded between 74 and 76. But they just didn't, it's a small band and just didn't, come out with an actual record till the early 90s. And this is a very DIY record. They're very, very limited. There's not a lot of them. I've seen different numbers. I've heard there's up to 500 of these. I've heard there's up to 750 of these. I've heard there's 300 of these. I don't know. It seems like the going theory is that there's 500 of these pressed, but who knows really. yeah, it's just really cool. It's like a black, record, and the JPT Scare Band is literally just like a print screen, spray painted white onto the cover. So super super DIY. Same thing on the back. Like it's just like you can even see like some paint spackles from where they spray painted it. Yeah, very very DIY type stuff, which I love. I like the history of that kind of thing. But yeah, so this is just regular black vinyl, right? I'm just using this as an excuse to show you a cool record, but this is black vinyl. So technically this is a colored vinyl, but this is just the standard that everybody knows and loves, just the normal everyday black vinyl. Then you had some first presses that, interesting enough, only came out in color variants, which is, whatever. This is Terry Brooks' band. This is one of his later entries. So Terry Brooks and Strange, Star People, or no, I'm sorry, To Earth with Love. So a later edition of Terry Brooks. His early 70s stuff is incredible. This not so much, but yeah, so the first presses of this only came out in different colors. So I think there's like a green, a red, a blue like this one, maybe a yellow or something like that. Yeah, so the first presses only all came out, and they're all first presses. It's just whichever one you got. I happen to get the blue one, and that's that. So it's just, some bands did that too. It's just something kind of different from what the normal is. Okay, and then you're going into the actual color variants of that people make in reissues. Now, I want to give you a couple examples here. So, for example, this Fraction Moonblood, right? Everybody knows this one. Incredible. I mean, this is like, everybody talks about this. This is like one of the tippy top best private press psych records out there. Impossible to find. But this is a Noble Records exclusive, and it's on that blood colored wax, right? So that type of thing is cool to me, right? So Writing Easy Records did the reissue of this. They have a whole video about it. Go look at Writing Easy's YouTube channel. They did it really really well, explaining this record, kind of the history behind it before they reissued it. And the standard reissues, right, are just on black vinyl. But then Noble Records has an exclusive with Writing Easy, and so his presses came out on this red wax that you could only get from Noble Records, right? So I was gonna get a reissue from Writing Easy no matter what, right? Like this is the only way I'm ever gonna get this record is a reissue, because I'm not gonna get a first press. I'm not gonna spend $10,000 on a clean first press. So I'm gonna get this reissue anyway, and then Noble Records came out with this color variant, which makes it more limited and like appeals to the collector side of me, which is really cool. And I'm supporting somebody that I know and like, so that was a no-brainer for me. So that type of thing I like. Now, am I gonna go out and buy every variant of this? No, I'm not. But so that type of thing is cool to me. Here's another example. So this is Underground Fire. So this is actually on Noble Records' actual label. You can see there. So he reissued this record. It's like a very rare hard rock record from North Carolina. Nobody really even knew about this record, and then it got reissued, and it's absolutely killer. But he came out with your standard black vinyl, and then like 2 or 3 variants if you wanted a colored wax. And obviously the collector brain in me was like, what's the most limited one? It was the pinwheel one, so I grabbed it. Like that kind of thing is fun to me. Yeah, so it's just a little something different. But yeah, this is Underground Fire. Check that one out. Absolutely killer. I'd love to hopefully grab a first press of that one day. That'd be really cool. And then this one, Permanent Records reissue. Again, the Noble Records exclusive came on this really cool red and black splatter wax there. This is Stonewall, again, 70s hard rock. But the first presses of these are, I don't think I've ever even seen one. I've certainly never seen one in person, but I'm not sure that I've ever actually seen like somebody like online have it. You know, you could see the picture of it on Discogs, but I don't know whose that is. There was like a news article on this one when it sold one time. Like, that's how rare this is. So I think some record shop in New York sold it. But yeah, I mean, crazy rare. But yeah, so another perfect example of I'm never going to get a first press of this. Even if I found one, I'm not going to pay up that kind of money for a first press of this. This is the only way I'm going to get it. So why not get a cool color variant of it? You know, that's kind of where I'm at with that. And the last one of the reissues I'm going to show you, this is just my favorite reissue. This is Orangutan. This is one of my favorite rock albums of all time. If you watch this channel, you know how much I love this one. This is a Garrison reissue. And again, the Noble Records exclusive with this orange wax, which I think is really cool. It's kind of like a wavy orange thing. I like that. But yeah, this is one of my favorite rock albums ever. Orangutan, unbelievable. I've talked about this a million times on my channel, but you know, that unbelievable early 70s hard rock sound. Another one that's a tale as old time with people getting screwed over by their manager. But yeah, check out the story of Orangutan. If you haven't heard that record, go check it out. And then the last one I'm going to show you is, so this is like a Japanese press of mountain climbing. So this is the one with Mississippi Queen on it. Everybody knows that one. But on a lot of Japanese presses, you know, like they're just built really well. Like the craftsmanship, the manufacturing of Japanese presses, that's why a lot of them are so appealing, is because they're so durable. They last a long time. It's usually like very thick cardboard covers. Like this one's like very thick. Think the opposite of the UK presses, right? The UK, it's like those flimsy little like postcard. This is like very strong, thick cardboard. The OB is always really cool. That's always like very appealing to the eye, right? Everybody likes to try to get their Japanese presses with the OB. And then the wax is the same way. It's built very strong, very sturdy. Typically, you know, a lot of their pressings, you know, they come in 180 gram. That's just how they are. But also, a lot of the times is if you have one of these records, I'm not going to pull it out because you're not going to be able to see it in the light, but if you have one of these records and you hold it up to the light, sometimes it'll have like a transparent red hue to it. And that's just the kind of mixture that a lot of Japanese presses used. Again, supposedly it's supposed to be a much better sound quality. I don't know, you know, like maybe, I have no idea, but you know, but yeah, it's just really, it's just, to me, Japanese presses they're just like built really well and they're very durable. They're to last a long time. Do they sound better? Again, to my ear, I can't hear it. No matter how thick you make your vinyl record, it could be 180 gram, it could be 1,000 gram. It doesn't matter how thick your record is. That doesn't make it sound any better. It just makes it last longer, makes it more durable. So it sounds better for longer compared to, you know, if you have really light, flimsy wax. Eventually, you know, that's more prone to wear, cracking, you know, that type of thing. So that's the reason why I think these can sound better. It sounds better for longer. That's all. But yeah, it's another thing to look out for. It's kind of a cool thing. I think they just use some kind of other mixture that they say that their vinyl, you know, sounds better, but usually has like a red hue to it. If you hold it up to the light, it's a little transparent, and that's that. Okay, so that's going to do it for this one. Like I said, I don't have a problem with color variants. I think color variants on reissues are very cool. It's just I don't like the idea of like big box companies or like big labels or whatever doing it as just a clear money grab. I don't know. It's just something about it to me, you know, in vinyl collecting, that's not what it's about to me, just personally, right? I don't want the same record in 10 different color variants. Because a label or distributor or whatever, is trying to market it and make me feel like I need to get each one, you know, like that's, but again, teach their own. If you're into collecting the color variant, every color variant of the same record, and that's what makes you happy, who cares? Go for it. That's awesome, you know. I like people collecting records and just being passionate about anything, you know. All right, so let's go do it. Again, I really appreciate it. If you have not already, go on my Instagram. Please give me a follow. I post my collection on there. I post, you know, updates on the channel and just kind of what's going on. with vinyl record collecting. And I made a couple of appearances. I did a live stream talking about Psych Records with Vinyl Piper. Go check that one out. And then I just recently was on last week's episode of Concert Buddy. So go check out those YouTube videos and go check out those podcasts I did with those guys. Really, really nice guys. Awesome time. I just like talking vinyl records with people. And then, check out my Instagram if you want to see, more pictures of my collection that I post on there. It's the same name as this channel, Vinyl Record Info. So go check it out. All right, appreciate it. Thanks.